Hi guys, let's talk about properties. Now, where are you living? How long have you lived there? Have you lived there since you were born? Or is this a property you've just moved into? Are you rented? Are you owning? Do you own your property? Tell me about it. Right, my property, as you all know, is a mid-terrace Victorian property, 2-bedroom. It's really well located. I've got parking out the front, nice big back garden, although it needs a lot of maintenance. The garden does need sorting out, but it's all there. It's a lovely property. It will be lovely when I've finished with it. Now, as a youngster, my first house I can remember as a child was in Newmarket. I lived with my parents in Newmarket, and we lived in this house on an estate called Freshfields, which was up near the hospital end of Newmarket. Lived there till I was 5 years old, and then my parents did a council house transfer to a house in a little village called Isleham, and I think the road was called Festival Road, and we moved into a council house there. So that's the first two houses I can remember. Right, after that, my parents got onto the property market thanks to somebody helping them out with a deposit to buying a house, and they ended up with their very first house. And we lived in there till I was 11 years old, and my father got a job promotion, and we had to move away because of the job promotion to where we are now, or in the same area that I am now. My parents then bought a 1960s semi-detached 3-bedroom house, really nice, cracking position. I was 11 years old then, and I lived there with my parents until I was 21, and my parents then moved to a village just outside a town called Sudbury, and they bought a bungalow. Now, I moved with them at the same time. My two sisters had moved on by this time. They'd both got themselves into relationships and moved on. But I was a hanger-on, and so I stayed with my parents. And I stayed with my parents until I was 26, living in this little bungalow. So I was up there for 5 years. And then I moved into my wife's house. Now, my wife had a 3-bedroom Victorian mid-terrace property, and I moved into that. She had that when I turned up. Well, that was in a bit of a state. We stripped the place down. We went right through the place, rewired it, decorated it throughout, we brought it up to date. It looked really nice. And then we sold that. We'd got the 2 children by the time we'd finished doing this property, and we moved to a ex-council house, which had a big garden, 3-bedroom, really lovely house, and we moved into that, which is where my ex-wife still is. After I left, which was early this year, in March this year I left, I've now got myself a 2-bedroom mid-terrace Victorian property, which is lovely, perfect for me. So tell me about your house. Tell me what your housing history is. Where do you live now? Have you always lived in the same area? Is this a house you were born in and you're still in? Tell me all about it. Come on then, Snoop, you're going the wrong way. Right, we're going back into the woods here, guys. Right, I'm going to sign out now, and you tell me all about it. Bye-bye.